opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference. When we see those who we love experiencing pain, the pain matrix in our own brains produces real pain for us as well. This pain can be productive as it enforces our drive toward connection. The medial prefrontal cortex is involved in helping establish in-group and out-group. Research shows that the medial prefrontal cortex is less active for many people when seeing photographs of the homeless because there's less connection to them. The brain is shut off to their pain as if they have less existence or worth. This is the tragedy of indifference. The humanity of the other is lost just as our own humanity is lost. Love is lost. To understand what it is to love another, we need to understand what something is for ourselves. Love begins in empathy. Allowing yourself to be affected by another person tears down the wall that kept you separated. We discover in our connection that the other and ourself are in fact one and the same. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that the ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Whether we choose to accept it or not, we are all intimately connected. Jesus calls us to connection by inviting us to love God with all of our hearts, all our minds, and all our soul. We're also called to love our neighbor as ourselves. This is the way of love, not the way of indifference. The way of love strengthens and activates many areas of the brain, such as the anterior cingulate and frontal lobe. God's word draws us into the goodness that is naturally hardwired into our bodies. This is good news for us to name and celebrate, for both ourselves and to share with others.